What's going on, guys? It is CalCell33 with you again for another video. This is episode 2 of the Coach Cal series, so you can call me CalCell, CalCell33, Coach Cal, Cal, I don't really care. Just call me whatever you want. But anyways, this is the second video of the Coach Cal series. So today we're going to be reviewing gameplay by Kako Demon Pog. Just for the sake of the video, I'm going to call you Kako. I don't know if that's right, but we're going to go ahead and call you that. So Kako, he plays on PC. Currently is Silver 1. At the time of the video, their peak rank was Gold 2. Currently, I looked up their tab. They are sitting at Gold 3 right now, so kind of in the high silver, low gold area. I would say that's kind of where most people that play this game sit. So, but yeah, they're playing PC. They asked for basically general gameplay, advice, awareness, execution, and aim. Now, the thing that I'll say that I always say is that I can't really comment on aim, or at least give tips that are going to help you other than like the basics, because ultimately aim comes down to practice. You have to drill your aim, play a lot of T-Hunt, even like aim trainers outside of Siege. You know, there are those options. That's ultimately where your aim is gonna come from. Now the thing is that they said that they've been playing PC for 2 months and they're still learning, so absolutely, you know, it takes a little bit of time to get the hang of the mouse and keyboard. And then they've played on console since Chimera, so a decent amount of time playing. So yeah, I'm just gonna review the gameplay and kind of give my 2 cents on it, and yeah, we'll get to it. So, Kako, thank you very much for linking me your video. Hope you get something good out of it. But yeah, I haven't listened to any comms or watched any of it, so hopefully there's no cussing, and if there isn't, I'm just gonna go ahead and mute it right away. But let's go ahead and get to the video. Okay, you're playing Capital. Capital's a very good operator, absolutely underutilized. Now, I'm not sure if you're solo queuing or 5 stacking, but Capital, he can be a little tough to play without having teammates with you, so I don't know what your Cali's doing, but yeah, he can be a little tough to play without teammates playing with you, so keep that in mind. Sometimes it is better if you're solo to just play like a fragger, you know, fragger op, and kind of sacrifice your utility a little bit more. But if you are playing with 5 people, absolutely Capital can be very useful for your team. So you are droning. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you're queued to these people because you're droning. You're probably giving calls. You already have a little of a breach going. You get swung. Yeah, that's tough. People like to swing that door. You just kind of got to be ready for it. Check the stats real quick. Yeah, it's kind of unlucky. I mean, that's just one of those things where when you're sitting on drone for so long, you know, you're already, there's a breach in the wall, so it's kind of hard to cross, along with swinging the door. A lot of times I think like just kind of jiggling that and checking it is probably going to be the best advice I can give. Alright, we're in round 2 now. You're playing the Sledge, so you went from a not hard support operator, but a heavy utility operator to one of the more fragging ops. And you have your Thatcher, you have your Breach, so this is not a bad play for sure. You get your nades, you get your soft destruction. You do a lot of droning, which is good. A lot of people that are low level don't really do a whole lot, but what you can see is over droning, which you do want to avoid. But we'll see if that kind of remains an issue. Now, just a little thing. So you won't see it all the time, but every once in a while, there's going to be that one guy that wants to just sit in the tub and prones in there and just sits there and waits for people to walk in the bathroom. It's rare, doesn't really happen, especially on this site, doesn't really happen too much, but when it does happen, you can get punished for it. And I mean, I don't think it's ever happened to me, but it's been attempted on me. You know, so I would always, just like when you're driving your drone through here, just jump straight up in the air and just check to see if there's anybody laying in there. The likelihood isn't high, but you know, you can never be too safe. And if there's somebody in there, obviously it's a free kill. So just keep that in mind. People like to hide in the tub. So your drone dies. So you know somebody's playing in there. I'd be careful for C4 too. You can get C4 pretty easily in here. See, and alright, you got the kill, very good. But I would just say like I get you didn't really know that all this was open. And generally speaking, as attackers, you don't want to open up everything. But kind of like what happened in the last round, how you died and how you almost died in this one. If you know something's open or you're going to a bunch of sight lines, you kind of want to, it's called pieing the angle. So you want to check first, okay, is there somebody on this angle? Okay, nobody's there. Is there somebody on this angle? Is there somebody on this angle? You know, and then kind of take it slowly, because if you just swing the angle hard and somebody's holding it, like the Rooney probably should have killed you there. Like you swung past her and then backtracked. You know, once you get into plat or even high gold, you'll get punished a lot of times. So I would say just kind of be careful about transitioning from room to room, especially when there's doors. You know, there's a breach in the wall. You know, 3 breaches. So just worry, like, be a little bit more conservative in terms of your movement and exposing yourself to angles. Pretty sneaky angle here. This is actually pretty good. I would open up that door just for pressure um, to anybody who's playing in statue. A lot of times you'll see somebody playing there. So having to worry about the wall like a vault-in versus a walk-in right there, that's a big deal. You have grenades too. Don't be afraid to chuck some grenades. Use your utility. Oh, Ace made it in. Okay. See, he's holding, your Buck's holding landing. So just to kind of backtrack. So your Buck right here, yeah, he was gooed. They know he's there, but he's holding this angle. I would say, like, if I was you, I would hold either the peaks from like the skylight to cover kind of C4s even, or just this doorway, because some people like sometimes can sneak through the doorway and like frag this guy, which he's pretty safe right here. But I would say, since your Buck's holding that, watch this doorway. If the Buck goes down, obviously, you know, like, all right, now it's time to kind of focus on the door a little bit because nobody's there. But I would say, just since you know he's there, watch this doorway, and yeah, just kind of be cognizant of where your team is holding. Yeah, so I would hold split right there. Yep. Okay, so your Buck just left. Yeah, so a major vulnerability is the guy that was in Astro could come through bathroom, or could have made it into bathroom by now and killed you without you looking. So I would either hold the bathroom angle, which like you just saw, you're pretty exposed, but I would even backtrack into closet right here. And I mean, you're sludge, so just make a line of sight and hold bathroom, and then you can also hold the breach. Like, you could strafe out quickly and kill the guy. But yeah, you're a lot safer in the closet and making an angle into bathroom and holding from there. I would definitely not full sprint right here. That's always kind of like a death wish. Oh, Rooney was down. Okay. Okay, so with your guy like up in sight, obviously he's alive, so he's very vulnerable in there. He can't really leave. If I was you, I would play really passive. I wouldn't just like swing the door like you just did. Like, if somebody is holding the breach, like I said before, you're a pretty easy kill. So a lot of times in these situations, when you're the attack guarding diffuser, just make sure like you have your bases covered. So like Buck was holding landing, your other guy's in sight, so you need to hold bathroom, you know. And then once Buck goes down, well, the guy in sight is gonna hold where Buck died from, and you just keep holding bathroom. And I mean, I don't want to say bait your team, but in these situations, like with your ace so exposed in the middle of sight, a lot of times it's best for you to either like sneak into Astro and kind of play a retake, or just hold bathroom and kind of play off of, you know, your ace. And obviously you want to be there to refrag him, but at the same time you don't want to expose yourself to the enemy and let them kill ace and then kill you. So a lot of times right here it's a lot better to just hide and let the diffuser time run out, because you have such a high chance of killing anybody who's going to go for the diffuser, because they're so, you know, they're so exposed. But you get the kill. But like what I mean, so is if you were to just sit in closet the whole time, like Aruni's down, she couldn't have really done anything, but you could hold bathroom and your ace has got this, so you know, has got the room, and he could play off audio, so you could just play for the retake and strafe into master to kill the diffuser when they start trying to go for that. So playing a little bit safer. Definitely don't sprint around, even if you get the call. Oh, Malusi's down in there. I wouldn't even go for that. You know, like this strafe out right here, it's very dangerous. Once you go down ace in a 1v1, you know, I would just say play your time, play clock, play your life, you know, and just hold angles. A lot of times holding angles is the best course of action for sure. But you won the round, so good job there. I'm not sure where the site is. Is it dining? It's not dining. At least I don't think it is. Otherwise that would be reinforced. But if they're back upstairs again, I would say just do the same take. Take master, breach the walls, and try and work a plant. No need to fix something that isn't broken. But you guys might be trying to bottom clear. Okay, so there's a pulse up. So if you're trying to hunt the pulse, that makes sense. A lot of times, just dedicating someone, kind of, you know, just playing safe down here and playing for the pick of the pulse, like in laundry or something, that's probably a better course of action as opposed to just trying to roam clear. Somebody that isn't here yet, you know, where you could be helping your ace, your Thatcher and everything, open master. So you just saw him in there. Okay, he was in bathroom. Let's see what happens. Cool. You pick him off. That was actually really good, cutting off his rotate. You guys are working together as a team pretty well, actually, for being, I don't know if you're randoms or not, but, you know, for being in, like, high silver, low gold, like, you guys are working together pretty well. Oh, they're, okay. They're aviator. Yeah, see, like, you kind of get yourself into sticky situations, kind of being overexposed a lot of times. I'm just trying to worry about like your positioning and kind of what you're exposed to. I also wouldn't recommend red dots. I don't know if you had it on, or laser sights, excuse me, on your primary guns, because it gives your positioning away a lot of times. I don't know if you had it on your other guns as well, but ooh, flicked. No trade, unfortunately. Yeah, he's down. Good job. Damn, that guy flicked the hell out of you. Just, goddamn. Yeah. I mean, that's just credit to him. Like, let's see. Let's see how you're gonna take this. See, sprinting into the angle. I mean, okay. At least you ADS'd into the angle. So I think a little bit, at least right here, and throughout the video, in terms of winning gunfights more often, crosshair placement is really important. So as you can see, when you're sprinting even, it's good to get in the habit of having your gun, like you can see the dot right here, instead of having it crouch level, even when you're sprinting, have it at head height. So you want it like right at this doorway, like where Zofia is. Like just follow that plane, and you want your crosshair kind of in this general vicinity and not down there. So when you're taking this fight as well, see, like your crosshair is in his shoulder instead of up by his head. So if you're scanning this and you're going across the room like this, it's a lot easier to flick back this way than scanning across and then flicking up and back, you know. So obviously work on crosshair placement. I would say that's a thing you can work on. But I mean, yeah, he just kind of flicked the hell out of you, put you down to him. So match point on defense now. You're running the Malusi. I just kind of want to see where you put your utility and check your utility placement a little bit. I mean, it's like something like that. Like, it's okay. And I guess you only have a Wamai, so like if you had a Jaeger, I would say you could generally put those insight and get the same effect, you know, because you're going to be able to have your Jaeger protect him, which Wamai, I mean, yeah, he still can, but someone like me, like I like to put, on this site in particular, I play a lot of Malusi, I like to put the gadget on here, like right in the middle, and it covers both doorways. And when you have, even Wamai would work here, or if you have Jaeger, you know, you could protect it from projectiles, and it covers both doors so they can't just walk in. So I like my Malusi gadget on this one. That one's really exposed. A lot of times you're not going to be able to, you know, have somebody protect it. So I would say just kind of pick a little bit of a better spot so that it isn't just cleared so easily. Same thing with this one, you know, it's pretty exposed. And as a defender, think about it this way too. Like that one made sense because if you were to swing this door and they were trying to melee it, you would get the angle onto them. But for this one, like if somebody's trying to melee it, swinging the door all the way to kill them when they're in it or trying to get rid of it is really risky because you have this red stairs angle, you have like the landing like statue angle, you have even back here, there's way more angles that you have to expose yourself to swing the person that's trying to clear it. So I mean, if you really want it out of the sight, I would put one maybe right here so that you could kind of peek it from the safety of the door. But like I said, like the one on the map right here is really powerful because it, like you're basically getting the 2-for-1 of both doors are covered by one Malusi gadget. So I would recommend putting it right there. And we'll see where the last one goes. This one's not bad because like I said, you're covering both sides of the hallway, you know, so you're kind of getting 2-for-1. Like, yeah, it's exposed, but you know, both sides are covered, so I'm actually not too upset at that one. But alright, let's see how you roam. So in these situations when you're roaming, like a lot of times no one's gonna already be in, especially like 8 seconds in. So what you could do, instead of like flicking around and moving, like look in corners for drones, because people hide drones sometimes, especially if they're trying to just sneak into the bathroom den here. Like they'll hide a drone somewhere around to give them some info. So I would say like look around for drones, and then obviously you'll hear the audio cue if they start trying to punch in or get in like that. Yeah, I would not recommend the laser sight though. That gives your position away a lot of times. And I mean, other than like a shotgun, I really don't see a reason for it to help you. It just kind of hurts you more often than not.
Call out if they get my bandits off of, well,
kill. Checking for the refrag, that's good. As you can kind of see, like, what I'm talking about with the crosshair placement, like, something like this, and even if you go back a couple seconds, like, your crosshair isn't really on anything in particular, it's just kind of looking at a wall. So, if somebody, like, right here is to round this corner, like, you're not really looking at anything. If somebody happened to sneak into the window and around this corner, you're not really looking at anything. Like, your crosshair placement, like right here, not really looking at anything, you're just kind of staring at a wall. So I'd work on that, and then trying to make it head height as well. Like, there's a lot of adjustment kind of going on with it. So yeah, just little things, can help you get the advantage when you're not expecting somebody. A lot of times too, if it's just in the right spot, you can get lucky.
A bomb has been located by Op 4.
This is actually a good flank route, especially with like a minute and 20 left. Ooh, unlucky, you whiffed. What was she looking at? Good job.
Op 4, last operator
Should be GG, unless you guys throw, and you don't.
victorious.
4-0, easy. Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know if you guys were queued together or not, like a 4 stack or a 5 stack, but you guys were working together pretty well from what it looked like. I would say just, I only saw one round on defense, but try and find a little bit better spots for your utility where they're a little bit safer and still accomplish the same thing, especially if you're playing Malusi on your roam. Hiding in a spot like you were, like, it's really dangerous once you get into platinum, like sitting in a spot like this, especially when you're not looking for drones, because if somebody did open the door and they were droning through, or they had a drone somewhere like around here, like sitting here for as long as you did, you can get yellow pinged and just swung super quickly. So I mean, these guys weren't really droning, so sitting in a spot like this it's really easy to get pinched, have somebody come behind you, just be seen on a drone and somebody swing the door on you, somebody swing the door this way on you. So yeah, I'd kind of, and you were working with your Legion, which is good, but playing this spot, it's a little risky. And then obviously crosshair placement, it could probably be worked on. And then attack, I would say make sure that you're not overexposing yourself to angles. You're just kind of swinging, like wide swinging stuff. Not necessarily looking for kills, but just kind of walking into the open and exposing yourself to a lot of angles. That happened a few times, and you got punished for it. That the first round against the Rook. So, but yeah, I mean, you look decent. I think mechanically, like I said, to kind of rehash crosshair placement, that's the only thing that I really see. But yeah, man, I mean, that should be it for the video. I appreciate you submitting your video. Hope you got something from it. If you are watching this video, someone else, and you want me to review your gameplay, all you have to do is click the link down in the description. It'll take you to a Google Doc. You just fill it out, attach a YouTube video with some gameplay, and I'll review it, give you a little bit of, give you a few pointers. I know you said this was like a bad game or a mediocre game, but I mean, to me, like, you actually did pretty well. I don't know what the final scoreboard was, but I think you were close to at least like a 1 KD. So, but yeah, good luck with your future in the game. Like, you were 5-2. I wouldn't classify that as a bad game by any means, but yeah, good luck, Kako. Thank you very much for submitting the video, and wish you the best. Have a good one.